My name is Amy Foster. I studied French and drama at the University of Birmingham and graduated in 2005. Now I work for a charity called Living Street. It's the national charity for everyday walking, and I'm one of the engagement coordinators, working on the charitable arm of our organisation, where we're reaching out into communities and empowering them to make the kind of change they want to see in their area. Violence against women and girls is a priority in Croydon. I think it's a priority across the UK because it's still awful that there are so many deaths occurring so frequently. I'd say in terms of the kind of issue around broader safety, I really welcome opportunities. For example, I think it's Sport Greater Manchester have some funding from the Home Office thinking about campaigns around male attitude to street harassment, targeting. I think this is like the parallel story, isn't it, around Andrew Tate and kind of, what kind of behaviours are being normalised for young people. And of course, I would say this being a former primary school teacher, but, the importance of pastoral care and spaces for these kinds of conversations early on, so we can unpick, what is essentially the negative impact of sort of gender injustice, so these strong norms means that we're getting violent behaviours becoming normalised, and also, the difficulties around issues like, victim blaming still being a thing, like who is a good victim, like what are the other cases that are being missed. And so I think, for me, seeing that work around sort of youth education, I would like to see more investment in, people in schools like teaching assistants and youth workers who can have conversations and will pick up on the changes in young people early on, that preventative method. I would like to see investment in sort of like family support. So we have, we know that insecurity and stress at home is something that can contribute to violence and, dangerous behaviours as we get older. And then in terms more specifically, I suppose, around the sort of sense around authorities and people who are supposed to be responsible for keeping us safe. Again, I think there is, structural changes that need to happen around culture. But again, that's the key part in the work of where we do see good officers or good community workers, putting in there and that value of engagement and rebuilding trust, but recognising that it will take time, that there are still huge issues, but that people need often like the resource and, that extra bit of money to make the time to sit and be with communities and understand, and also to train and make sure the right people are in the jobs, and encouraging other people to challenge behaviours from colleagues that is not acceptable and could be the sort of tip of an iceberg of what is revealing, as we read this week, many years of illegal behaviour.